continuing on with the new config system, this video, Lee is going to rework our TerrainPatch class to take advantage of the config.ini file.
Right. So this one, like I said, it's still not too complicated, but there are more things that we need to do. A lot of it's similar before. These aren't going to be constants because we're going to be assigning them. So we're going to switch them up to be statics. And we're going to rename them to try to keep the naming convention correct. So change that throughout the whole file. Same thing with spacing. And now the numbers that we have in here aren't going to really matter, but I'm going to use 3 and 3 just so we know if for some reason our config file is not loading in information correctly, we still get something.
Okay.
So the other thing is we're not going to rely on max height anymore, and we're not going to rely on smoothing iterations. That information is going to come from our config system. And then, so from there, if I build, I should get all kinds of errors. So the first one is our smoothing iterations. So we're going to go ahead and remove this wherever they're referenced because these are not going to be used anymore, which again will make some of the code mad, at least until we get through all the videos and implement everything. So now I should just get errors saying that it doesn't take arguments, which is good. All right, now it takes care of that part. What we do need to do is inside of initialize, we need to go ahead and load our new size and spacing. So size is going to be our int.parse of config. And I'm going to have to hit escape, add that to using, dot setting, and this will be our, if I go back into our ini file, we are looking for our patch vertex count, this value right here, or this key. So I can paste that there. Duplicate this. This next one is going to be our spacing. And patch vertex, just to make sure, spacing. Just copying and pasting to eliminate any chances of typos. We all know I don't make typos, but just in case. All right, so now we're going to be loading our vertex count and our vertex spacing directly from the ini file and populating that. So that should take care of everything we need there. We still have these errors, but again, these won't go away until we take care of the changes inside of our train generator, which is the topic of our next video.
Oh, is that all that you needed to change in this video?
Yep. These two are fairly quick. The train generator has a lot more because most of the values all pertain to the train generator. And you can actually look at the config.ini file. You can see our world settings, there's a couple of things in here. So we've got our map size and world size, but those are pertaining mostly to the generator and the mini-map. Same with max height. So we've already dealt with patch row count in our demo. Our patch vertex and spacing, that happened in our train patch. Patch update delay went into our train demo. So we've essentially covered this part already, but our train generator has all kinds of stuff. It relies on all of this information as well as, oops, that didn't work well.
Oh, hang on, whatever you hit, 1 second.
Control Shift.
Aha.
So, but our train generator relies on all of this, or these these three values and all of these values, which is why it takes the longest to get through. But we only had to implement 4 so far.
Okay.
So our first 2 videos real fast. Train generator is going to take us a bit to get through.
All right. Well, then with that, that is going to wrap up this video. Thanks a lot.